ஆஃபீஸில் மட்டும் போய் நிற்கணும். ஏப்பல்காரா? அது யார் இருக்கா? பிரின்சிபல் தெரியுமா யார் இருக்கா?
Dear ladies and gentlemen, I kindly request you all to please rise up when the dignitaries enters the hall. And please remain standing until the members have taken up their seats. I request the students to please maintain your silence. Please be seated. ஆத்திச்சூடி இளம்பிறை அணிந்து மூணு திருக்கு முழுவெண் மேனியான் கருநிறம் கொண்டு பார்க்கடல் மிசை கிடப்பான் மகமது நபிக்கு மறையருள் புரிந்தான் இயேசுவின் தந்தை என பல பல மதத்தினர் உருவகத்தாலே உணராது பல வகையாக பரவிடும் பரம்பொருள் ஒன்றே அதனியல் ஒளியுறும் அறிவாம் அதனிலை கண்டார் அல்லலை அகற்றினார் அதனருள் வாழ்த்தி அமர வாழ்வு எய்துவோம். Good morning to one and all. On behalf of Manapula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, I warmly welcome you all to the inaugural function of 6th IEEE International Conference on Systems, Computation, Automation and Networking, Icscan 2024. From the vision of our very first conference in 2018, we have come a long way. And today, it is with immense pride that Manapula Vinayagar Institute of Technology hosts the 6th IEEE International Conference set in the beautiful city of Pondicherry, where culture and innovation flourish side by side. This outstanding achievement reflects our dedication, hard work, and a commitment to foster research. Let's take a moment to appreciate the boundless opportunities that lie ahead.
Icscan 2024 is set to unite brilliant minds, researchers, scientists, engineers, scholars, industry leaders, and aspiring students from all corners of the world. A great platform is set. Brilliant minds are here to connect. Ideas spark, innovation flows. Guided by knowledge, driven by passion, Together we create a future in action. Dear ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off the conference. We have an exciting lineup of presentation and discussions ahead. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you. Let's make this conference truly memorable.
பொறுப்பிலே பிறந்து தென்னன் புகழிலே கிடந்து சங்கத்து இருப்பிலே இருந்து வைகை ஏட்டிலே தவழ்ந்த பேதை ஈரடையில் வள்ளுவனின் குரலானவள் அவ்வை வளர்த்த அமுத மொழியானவள் கம்மனின் கவிதையவள் காலத்தை வென்ற கன்னியவள் இருளகற்றும் பேரொழியாம் இனியவள் எங்கள் தமிழ்த்தாயை வாழ்த்தி வணங்கி விழாவினை துவக்குவோம்.
To begin this auspicious occasion, may I invite the choir to invoke the Almighty with Tamilthai Valthu.
வாழ்வினில் செம்மையை செய்பவள் நீயே, மாண்புகள் நீயே, என் தமிழ் தாயே, வீழ்வாரை வீழாது காப்பவள் நீயே, வீரனின் வீரமும் வெற்றியும் நீயே, தாழ்ந்திடு நிலையினில் உனை விடுப்பேனோ, தமிழனின் நாளும் தலை குனிவேனோ, சூழ்ந்தின்பம் நல்கிடும் பைந்தமிழன்னாய் தோன்றுடல் நீருயிர் நான் மறப்பேனோ, செந்தமிழே உயிரே நருந்தேனே, செயலினை மூச்சினை உனக்களித்தேனே, நைந்தாயரில்லைந்த போகுமென் வாழ்வ நன்னிலை உனக்கென எனக்கும் தானே, முந்திய நாளினில் அறிவும் இல்லாது மொய்த்தனர் மனிதரா முதுப்புணர் மீது செந்தாமரை காடு புத்தது போல செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி.
Thank you, girls. Please be seated. A leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. To extend a warm, red carpet welcome to everyone gathered here today, it's my privilege to invite our beloved principal to address and welcome this distinguished gathering.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, dear faculty members, participants from various institutions, my dear students, very good morning all of you. It gives me very great pleasure in welcoming our respected chief guest of today's function, that is Icscan 2020-24, Dr. Dakshi Vadnapi, Professor, Kumamoto University, Kumamoto, Japan. Then our guest of honors, for the great event that is happening at our institution. And also, it gives me very great pleasure in welcoming all the participants who came from various institutions across the country, and also the students of our institution. My sincere hearty welcome to you all. See, because of the personal reasons, our chairman, Sri M. Dhanasekaran, who is supposed to give presidential address for this great event, Icscan 2024, he is not able to participate, but he conveyed his wishes to all of us to have a very great function today at our institution. So this Icscan, it's an IEEE International Conference which is happening every year at our institution starting from the year 2018. I am very proud to mention here that ours is the only college in Pondicherry which is conducting IEEE International Conference every year. So conducting IEEE conference in our country is not a very easy task. So with a lot of efforts taken by the coordinators, Dr. Valli, our R&D head of our institution, with the great support of Dr. Arunmoli, EC department, head of the Department of ECE, and also with all the other supporting faculty members, particularly Ms. Priya, then other faculty members of various departments. So we are able to conduct this great event at our institution, starting from the year 2018. Dear participants from the other colleges, particularly from other states, other countries, and also for the kind information of the chief guest present here, I am very glad to introduce our group of institutions to all of you, because many of you are very new to this place. So it's my duty to say a few things about our institution. See, our group of institution, Manakula Vinayagar group of institution, is being successfully run by our trust, Sri Manakula Vinayagar Education Trust. It was founded in the year 1998. Our first college was Milam Engineering College. Then in 1999, we have started Engineering College, Manakula Vinayagar Engineering College. So our college has been started in the year 2008. So in total, in our group, we have got 11 institutions, 1 medical college, 3 engineering colleges, 1 polytechnic, 2 nursing colleges. One is at this campus, another nursing colleges at Milam campus. Then we have Manakula Vinayagar Software Solutions, then Milam Institute of Hotel Management, and 2 years back our chairman has started State Private University, Takshila University, near to Dindivanam. So in all colleges together, we are offering more than 200 courses in our group. You take any family in Pondicherry and the surrounding regions, at least one person in that family, they would have studied in any of the institutions in our group. So our group of institutions spread across 3 campuses with a total land area more than 400 acres, with the built-up area more than 40 lakhs square feet. Then the total number of students studying in our group of institutions is nearer to 20,000 as on this year. And more than 3,000 employees are working in our institution. We are operating 200 college buses, and we provide accommodation for more than 3,000 employees here. 3,000 students and employees here. Then about this conference, so we have started this conference in the year 2015. First 3 years we conducted this conference in the name Icscan. And the first 3 conferences were national level conferences. Then as a mark of 10-year celebration, that is in the year 2018, we plan to conduct this conference as an international conference with the support of IEEE. And immediately I conveyed this matter to the heads of the departments and also to Dr. Valli, R&D coordinator. She has taken great effort to make this conference, Icscan as an international conference with the support of IEEE. Then we started conducting this conference from the year 2018. So this is our 6th international conference, 6th IEEE international conference, which we are conducting today. We want to make this conference grand every year than the previous year by making more number of students participations, and also to improve the quality of the papers which are being presented in the conferences. So definitely this conference provides a better platform for the researchers, faculty members, and students to share the technological advancements happening globally. And also, it gives the opportunity for each and every one of us to share our research ideas and findings, outcomes. The research, which is an important component in every institution, particularly in engineering institutions, the research component is very much important because it only speaks about the quality of teaching and reputation of the institution. Nowadays, the ranking of the institutions are based mainly on the research contribution by the institution, innovation, product development, startups, entrepreneurship, etc. So if you take any reputed institution, they teach the subjects only through research and demonstrations, and they are very good in all aspects. So everybody can do the research But the problem that is standing in front of all of us is how to start the research. So that is a question that is standing before all of us. So we have to be very strong with the fundamentals to take up the research. We have to develop the ability to think in different perspective. We have to analyze the merits and the demerits, issues and problems. Then we have to develop our analytical skills. We should have a lot of discussions with the people working in the same domain, and we should try to get solution in different possible ways. If you keep all these points in our mind, definitely you can also contribute significantly towards research. Since the technological growth is very tremendous, lot of research issues, problems are available. The emerging areas are, now the students are first year and second year students here. So for your kind information, there are a lot of emerging areas in almost all the streams. People are more talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning nowadays. People are talking more about the cloud computing, cyber security, then virtual reality, augmented reality, ethical hacking. The computer science IT people are talking more about this. Cyber security, they are talking more about this. Then the students of communication stream, they are talking more about 5G technologies, and they started talking about 6G also, sixth generation technologies also. Then material side, a lot of research activities are going on. So all these topics are being covered in this conference. And the participants of today's conference have presented papers in almost all these domains. So we have got 7 parallel streams. About the streams and all, Dr. Valli will be detailing about it. And I hope that this conference would give you great opportunities to all the participants and students and also faculty members of our institution to share the information on these new technologies, research issues and possible solutions. So my only request to all of you here is you have to make use of this opportunity well, and you should try to have more interaction with the presenters of the conference, because after having spent a lot of time for their research, they are presenting their papers here. So only when, if you interact with them, they can fine-tune their research findings and they can move forward in their research. So I request all of you to have more interaction in this conference. I wish all the participants the very best. With this note, I once again extend my sincere warm welcome to all of you present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the warm welcome note and setting the tone of the event, sir.
Light is a symbol of knowledge, progress, and prosperity. And lighting a lamp is believed to bring clarity and positivity to this event. With great honor, I now invite the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and grace this occasion.
Sandhya Debo Namostude. Deepam Jodi Parabrahma. Deepam Sarva Namo Bahan. Deepena Satyade Sarva. Sandhya Debo Namostude. Deepam Jodi Parabrahma. Deepam Sarva Namo Bahan. Deepena Satyade Sarva. Sandhya Debo Namostude.
May the light of this lamp illuminate our minds, inspire innovation, and guide us towards meaningful discussions and groundbreaking discoveries.
Thank you, dignitaries, for lighting the lamp and blessing this event with your gracious presence. Now, it's time to felicitate our distinguished dignitaries on the dais. I kindly request our beloved principal to honor Dr. Takashi Watanabe, Professor, Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Science, Kumamoto University, Japan.
Computation Chair, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, to honor Dr. Shyam Charan Shrestha, Program Coordinator, SIHS and President, HRTC, Nepal.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. M. Jayakumar, Professor, Department of ECE, to honor Dr. Raju Elder, Professor and Dean, R&D, SPES, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir.
With great pleasure, I invite Dr. P. Shivakumar, Professor and Head of the Department of IT, to honor our distinguished principal.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to invite Dr. R. Valli, Conference Chair, Icscan 24, Head R&D, Professor ECE, to present the Icscan 2024 report and share the highlights of this prestigious event.
Pleasant morning to one and all present over here. I take it as a privilege to welcome Professor Dr. Takashi Watanabe from Kumamoto University, Japan. Mr. Selvakumar Pani, Principal Engineer, Interlabs USA, who has joined with us virtually. Dr. Shyam Charan Shrestha, Program Coordinator from Nepal. Dr. Raju Adela, Professor and Dean R&D from Hyderabad, India. So a warm welcome to you also. On behalf of the organizers of the 6th IEEE conference on Systems, Computation, Automation and Networking, Icscan 2024, and as the chair of the conference, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all for the opening note about our conference. Icscan, that is the International Conference on Systems, Computation, Automation and Networking, was initiated in the year 2018, and this marks our 6th conference. We have the privilege of hosting Icscan 2024, a unique conference aimed at bringing together researchers, scientists, engineers, research scholars, industrial participants and budding students from around the globe to a common platform to share their experiences, new ideas and research findings on all aspects of electrical, electronics, communication, computers and information technology. The prime aim of the conference is to promote international collaboration in education and research in all fields and disciplines of engineering. Totally, we received 873 submissions from countries including UK, US, Iraq, Oman, Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. We maintain high standards and originality through a double-blind review process which includes verification against plagiarism to ensure the high quality of contributed material as well as adherence to the conference topics. Out of 873 papers, around 300 papers were desk rejected because of plagiarism, and 120 technical experts from various parts of the world participated in the peer review process. Based on the review results, the technical program committee has accepted 180 papers for presentation. We would like to express our sincere thanks to all the reviewers for the contributions. During these 2 days of the conference, 18 technical tracks, 2 from Department of EEE, 8 from Department of ECE, 3 from Department of CSE, 2 from Department of IT, 2 from Department of AIML, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and 1 from Department of CSE with specialization in ICB has been planned. Each session would debate and highlight the key themes, trends, and current practices, and eminent session chairs would evaluate and give their valuable suggestions for honing the research works of the participants. The authors took incredible number of hours to prepare the manuscripts. To recognize the outstanding contributions from the authors, the best papers will be awarded to authors who excel in terms of the quality of presentation as an additional requirement to the quality of scientific work in each track. So there will be 18 best paper awards. We are sure that you will have a fruitful and rewarding exchange during this conference. We wish you every success and we look forward to learning about the outcomes. Before coming to the close of these remarks, I would also like to remind the participants and especially our session coordinators to stick on to the time schedule and not to let any session overrun. We hope that you all learn, enjoy and participate in the lively debate with your peers during these 2 days. Thank you all for your presence. Thank you all participants for coming. Enjoy your days. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, it's time to release the proceedings of 6th IEEE International Conference on System, Computation, Automation and Networking, Icscan 2024. We kindly request our chief guest, Dr. Takashi Watanabe, Professor, Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Science, Kumamoto University, Japan, to do us the honor of officially releasing the proceedings. We also invite Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha, Program Coordinator SAH and President HRDC Nepal, and Dr. Raju Ayelda, Professor MD, R&D, SVES Hyderabad, to join us in this momentous occasion. Along with our principal, the dignitaries on the dais, to join in receiving the first copies of the proceedings. A big round of applause for the official release of 6th IEEE International Conference proceedings. The conference proceedings are now officially released. Each page reflects the dedication and innovation behind this event. As you receive your copies, may the knowledge inspire progress in our fields. Thank you. Today, we are honored to have Dr. Takashi Watanabe, Professor at Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Science, Kumamoto University, Japan, as our esteemed guest. A small introductory note about our guest of today.
It's my honor to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. Takashi Watanabe, a distinguished professor at Kumamoto University, Japan. Dr. Takashi, a professor in the Department of Medicinal Plant at Kumamoto University's Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Sciences in Japan. He also serves as a visiting professor at the Research Organization for Regional Alliances and the Research Center at Kochi University of Technology. Dr. Watanabe earned his bachelor degree in pharmaceutical science from Teiko University and PhD from Kitasato University. He also studied economic botany at the New York Botanical Gardens. His research focuses on medicinal plants and sustainable resource management. He has held various academic roles, including Director of Kochi Makino Botanical Garden, Professor at Kochi University of Technology, and Chief of the Eco-Frontier Center for Medicinal Resources at Kumamoto University. He has received numerous global awards, including HMG Nepal Award, Mitsubishi Bank International Foundation Grant, Toyota Grant Program for Global 500, and Heiwa Nagajima Foundation Grant for his contribution to the conservation of traditional plant resources. He has published 56 scientific papers, 25 review articles, and contributed to over 50 books. He has presented at 32 international conferences and holds 14 patents related to the medicinal plant research.
Let us put our hands together in welcoming Dr. Takashi Watanabe, Professor at Graduate School of Pharmaceutical Science, Kumamoto University, Japan, to deliver the inaugural address.
Namaste. Good morning, and all of you, and then thank you so much for the invite us. Today it came from the main city. It takes 2 hours. I didn't know it here. This is like a technical university, right? Then actually I'm Watanabe from Kumamoto University. This is a national university. My university is more established 265 years before. This is the first school of the pharmacy. Then anyway, so I'm a pharmacist. Then my age is coming 66. So maybe I can make more 10 years, yeah, with your young scientists. So therefore, I'm very proud to invite your principals and other colleagues. So very happy to stay and working together and listening to your young audience. So how to know about sharing each other for the futures. So now the best country is Nepal. I speak Nepali, and then on the other hand, so maybe I take around the world. So Brazil and then South Pacific Ocean, and after that we went to Myanmar, Asian countries, and then finally Sudan, and then now going on the western area of the Italy and Turkey. So I take around the world, and maybe I met several friends, different type of friends. For example, this India is not so familiar with me, but now Dr. Raj invite me to India. So therefore, little by little, I understand about the Chennai, and also Hyderabad, and also I used to go only the Calcutta or New Delhi, something for big cities. So therefore, I didn't know this university, but I'm really surprised your university. So now established bigger than last year. I heard from your principals expanding your knowledge you needed. Yeah. So therefore, I'm very happy to hear talking with you. And then now after my graduation and then getting old, then maybe I how to do next challenge with the young scientists, especially Indian friends, you know. But because of I have some experience with Dr. Raju, we went to the several places in Japan and another country too. Then he spent a lot of time to work together, but actually the foreign student, including Indian and all the other countries working together, they are not exhausted. They are working around up to the maybe 16 hours a day. So this is incredible, I cannot understand it sometimes. Then maybe my science limitation also coming soon, finished. But even though I feel from the, big power from the young generations as a scientist, then I can survive more 10 years, or I hope up to the 80 years finished. So anyways, thank you so much for your attention, and also I appreciate for your invitation of this conference. So thank you so much. Namaste.
Once again, a big round of applause to Dr. Takeshi for delivering the inaugural address. Your presence and insights have truly elevated this conference to a new height, sir.
So next, the special address by Mr. Selvakumar Panni, Principal Engineer, Graphics and AI, Intel Labs, UACA. It's my privilege to introduce and warmly welcome a distinguished speaker who has made remarkable contributions in the field of graphics and AI, Mr. Selvakumar Panni, Principal Engineer at Intel Labs, UACA. Mr. Selvakumar is an exemplary professional with a wealth of experience and expertise in cutting-edge technologies. At Intel Labs, he has been at the forefront of pioneering advancements in graphics and AI, contributing innovative solutions that have transformed industries and touched lives globally. Today, we are fortunate to have him join us in the online mode to deliver this special address. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Selvakumar sir to take the virtual stage. Over to you, sir.
Hi everyone, I hope I'm audible. All right, let me share my slide and let me know if the slide is up. All right, thank you everybody for joining. My name is Selva Paneer, and thanks for this opportunity to give a quick talk on computer graphics and visual representation. This is a great time to give this talk because a lot has happened in the last 5 years in this field. And so the next 10 minutes, I'll give an overview of the current trends that are happening in computer graphics and how visual representation have evolved in the last few decades. I'll start with GPU. My entire career has been focused on GPU from various levels, from application all the way to developing drivers for GPUs. One of the interesting trends I want to bring is how GPUs every decade have added a major acceleration capability into the pipeline, starting from memory acceleration to the GPUs today, where we have machine learning and ray tracing acceleration. And what we envision for the future is software is going to play a key role in bringing real-time distributed rendering or distributed AI. So that's the research that we've been driving at Intel Labs to see what are the system software changes that are required to bring this vision of end-to-end distributed acceleration for the future. I'll start with gaming. This is a key important workload for GPU, and this is also a benchmark for many systems today. And if you look at the diagram here, you can see that client gaming, which is a very common platform for personal computers, you can define a system's performance by 3 metrics: a latency, which is basically when a user presses a key, how long it takes to see a pixel change on the screen, the quality of rendering, and then the throughput, how many frames per second can you render. An interesting thing happened in the last 5 years is this workload, which is pretty compute intensive and memory intensive, migrated to the cloud and introduced cloud gaming. While it solved the throughput problem, it introduced other problems like end-to-end latency was pretty high, quality was pretty high, and so on. We envision that the future of computing is going to be leveraging compute across end-to-end platform from client, edge, and cloud to solve all these three problems. So this is a very interesting time as the network has been tremendously improved. 6G's promise of 0.1 millisecond latency is all quite interesting to see how a software change is needed to bring this vision for the future. And the first thing for GPU today is rendering. And a key aspect of rendering is marching towards photorealism. It's basically meaning like how far can we go to render something that people can't really tell whether it is rendered or a real photograph. And there are two things in rendering. One is real-time rendering, which is what many game engines uses today. And this is one of the screenshots you see here, where you can see proper reflections, proper shadows, and everything can be rendered today. And AI is being used today to improve quality throughput in rendering engines today. What is also happening is offline rendering. These are the things that are used in movies where you need to have a lot more photorealism for people to believe that it's actually a real thing. And this is in an early stage where AI is trying to figure out a way to bring this path tracing, which is an offline rendering engine method, to real time. With these two going to real time, it's going to literally blur the line between, we can't really tell which is real or which is rendered in the near future. And AI has been, I want to give a couple of examples of how AI is used today in real-time rendering. The first example, we use AI to render at a lower resolution, like for example, at a 1080p resolution, and then we use AI to upscale it to 4K. This is a technique enabled in Intel hardware called XeSS SR, where games can be rendered at low resolution, but then they can enjoy the game at 4K resolution. And the second example is we can also use AI today to improve the throughput. So for example, you can render at 30 FPS, but then using AI, we can double it to 60 FPS by interpolating frames using AI. So these two techniques are being commonly used today in game engines. And one of the interesting things is these can be pipelined as well. So not necessarily they have to run separately. We can actually render using AI, as well as we can also use AI to double the frame rate. So this is a key innovation in game engines today, and bringing a lot of excitement to the gamer community. AI is also being used in offline rendering today, and Intel's Open Image Denoiser, which is a tool used to denoise images rendered through this common rendering platforms using AI. On the left side, you see those noisy images, and then on the right side, you can see how AI is used today to clean up those images to get a much better photorealism in the output. So AI is also used to blur the lines between real world and virtual world. There's a company called Wonder Dynamics which showed an example where we can actually replace real people with 3D rendered scenes in real time. So this is a technique that's been quite popular now, to use AI to kind of blur the line between real world and the virtual world. And one interesting thing I want to point out is visual data representation. This is also changing quite heavily in the last few years. As you can see, visual data, we can see that if it is a 2D, it is represented as pixels today. If it is 3D, it is represented by various forms, from point cloud, voxels, and so on. All this has been transformed into neural representation today. An example of that is photogrammetry, which is a traditional technique used to take multiple images, and from multiple images we can bring 3D geometry today. But now using AI technique called neural radiance field or through 3D Gaussian splatting, we can actually bring these volume to real time using AI. So these things are quite popular both in game engines as well as in kind of capturing real world and then bringing that to the simulation platforms. And so there's a lot of excitement going on in this field. And I put together a couple of example scenarios where you can see this is an example where I captured this Intel logo in one of the building, and I can transform that into 3D Gaussians. And here you can see how these 3D Gaussians are packed to represent that dot on the eye in the actual logo. There are many applications for 3D Gaussian splatting. One of the examples we put together is in MRI data. We took the MRI data and we used Intel's anomaly detection to detect anomalies. And from that, we can now not only see MRI data just in 2D slices, but you can actually see them in 3D volume and highlighting the key anomalies in real time. So this is possible today by these AI-based neural representations for visual data. And this is one aspect of it. There is also the other side where you can see that people can also archive data in 3D using these techniques. There are displays now available where you can actually not only see two-dimensional, but you can see three-dimensional screen like this Sony's spatial reality display, which enable interactive 3D Gaussian splatting to be rendered and viewed from users' angles. So you can really see that the future is all about spatial, and AI is literally bringing a lot of excitement both for entertainment side as well as for real world usages where this is going to be a key part of it for the future. With that, I want to just show that the future of computer graphics, a lot has been changed. Neural graphics is replacing traditional rendering pipeline with neural-based pipelines. Visual representation has been changed from a traditional representation to a neural-based representation. And AI techniques have been quite, in the last few years, blurred the line between the real world and virtual world. And this is going to help quite heavily for AR, VR examples that I'm pretty sure is happening in the conference today. And also want to point out that while computer graphics is mainly used for gaming and other aspect, one of the key aspects of future of AI that I've noticed is also the interesting use of synthetic data, which now being generated using computer graphics is going to take about 70% of future of AI is dependent on computer graphics data. So this is an interesting time to see how this transition is going to blur the line between a physical world that we live in to the virtual world we are trying to merge with our physical world for the future. With that, I'll stop the talk and give it back to the host.
Thank you, Mr. Selvakumar sir, Intel Labs USA, for sharing your insightful address on computer graphics and visual representation, AI perspective. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
A big round of applause once again for Mr. Selvakumar sir, Intel Labs USA.
Thank you.
Next part of the session, today we have Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha, Program Coordinator SAHS and President HRDC Nepal. A small introductory note about our guest.
Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha is an accomplished researcher specializing in phytochemical analysis, medicinal plants and functional foods. He holds a PhD from Tirubhuvan University, Nepal, in collaboration with the University of Padua, Italy, with their research focused on biological activities of selected Nepalese medicinal plants. Currently, he is serving as the president of Himalayan Research and Development Center, Nepal. He is also a member of Natural Product Lab, University of Padua, and an executive member of Botanical Society of Nepal. Dr. Shrestha has contributed to 14+ research publications in high-impact international journals. He is a recipient of Erasmus Plus Fellowship and the UGC PhD Research Grant. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great privilege to invite Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha, Program Coordinator, S and President HRDC Nepal to deliver keynote address.
Thank you so much for inviting me in this grand international conference on systems, computation, automation, and networking, Icscan 2024. Respected Principal, Dr. Malar Khan, Chief Guest, Dr. Takashi Watanabe from Japan, and Dr. Raju Adela from Hyderabad, and all dignitaries on the dais, and all the students, faculty members, warm welcome to this international conference. And thank you again for inviting me in this great and grand international conference. I am Dr. Shyam Saran Shrestha. I am working on medicinal plants and food plants. I belong to Nepal. I am working since 1996 on plants, and nowadays I am working in the phytochemical analysis, bioassay of the medicinal plants and food plants. Likewise, I am working in anti-diabetic and anti-cancer properties of medicinal plants. Yeah, I have just seen the papers in the proceedings that some good articles were here on the basis of plant. In the second one, I have just seen that identification of the medicinal plants using image processing and machine learning. That means I just want to emphasize that my work starts from this identification of the plant, and only then I start working on the chemical part, because this chemical part is also another important, because we say the secondary metabolites from the plant resources are very much important for the cosmetic use, pharmaceutical use, and the nutraceutical use. So these things are nowadays important, and as we are now going, not only going to naturalize all these things, we are also going to develop our systems, our automations, and our computational skills to identify and to calculate all these things from our natural resources that are available in the world. This grand event, I think from this we will develop our science, not only science, we will develop our skills, okay, and we will develop our knowledge, we will develop our ideas, we will share the ideas, and we will ultimately develop our humanity, and it will give to the society the good gesture to develop our society and the world. So with this, I would like to conclude my small speech that all of we should understand, and we should share, and we should collaborate each other from each part of the world to develop the science and to sustainable use of the natural resources and our skills that we can develop from this type of international conferences. Thank you all.
Thank you, Doctor, for your inspiring keynote address at Icscan 24.
It's an immense honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Raju Adela. As a distinguished research scientist and academician currently serving as Dean, Research and Development in Vedic Sri Vishnu Educational Society, Hyderabad, India. He began his research journey as a postdoctoral fellow at Kumamoto University, Japan, where he later joined as a research scientist at the Global Center for Natural Resources, and successfully developed and completed around 10 sponsored projects by Government of Japan and industry. Dr. Raju holds his PhD in remote sensing from National Institute of Technology, Karnataka, With over 12 years of combined academic and research experience in India and Japan, Dr. Raju has held notable positions like Adjunct Lecturer, Kochi University of Technology, Japan, Visiting Associate Professor, Linton University of College, Malaysia, International Fellow, University Technology, Malaysia. He has published a chapter by CAFET Innova Technical Society and has authored over 30 research papers in high-impact journals and indexed conference proceedings. Dr. Raju's accolades include Green Environment Award during ICET 2010, Young Scientist Award at 3rd WSCT 2014, Research Excellence Award. His research expertise spans diverse areas including geospatial modeling, satellite digital image processing, remote sensing, satellite UAV multispectral image acquisition and analysis. We are truly privileged to have you here, sir, to deliver the keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected dignitaries, Professor Takashi Watanabe, Kumamoto University, Japan, Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha, Himalayan Medicinal Plant Research Center, Nepal, Professor S. Marakkan, Principal, MVIT, Professor Valli ma'am, Dr. Arun Mozi sir, respected directors, deans, head of the departments, faculty members, dear participants and student friends, very good morning to one and all. First and foremost, we are apologies for the delay. Thank you for your understanding and your patience. I do understand. Thank you so much for that. And first and foremost, I would like to thank and congratulate the management, principal, organizing team of Icscan 2024 for creating an excellent technical platform for the researchers for sharing their knowledge, networking, and find the right collaborators for their research. Nowadays, conferences are going partially in a hybrid mode. It is not mostly helping the faculty or the researchers to build the networking. But the physical mode of the conference like this, I'm seeing the complete hall was filled with all the chairs, all the participants. It's not that easy to organize such a great conference with 185 papers scheduled in 2 days in 18 sessions, and selected 185 papers out of 100 papers. You can see how the organizing committee was very keen in rigorous review process by the technical experts and scrutinizing and identifying or selecting the 185 papers out of 800 papers. It's not that easy. There itself we can see the standard or quality of this conference. Congratulations for the organizing committee for that. One more thing, I am very happy to see that they compiled the abstracts of all 185 papers and published with ISBN proceeding volume. There again you see the standard or quality of the conference. I do totally agree with the principal that it is not that easy to organize series of conferences with the support of IEEE nowadays. IEEE is not giving the permission to organize like before, it is 10 years back. It's not that easy to get the permission or approval from the IEEE. I really congratulate the entire team of this organizing committee and the institution management for continuing this series of conferences under the IEEE banner. Congratulations for that again, ma'am. As a researcher, I truly see this conference as a multidisciplinary research-based platform and very well connecting all the engineering domains. It is very essential for the nations for nowadays to have this kind of conference based on cutting-edge research areas. If you see this title itself represents systems, computation, automation, and networking. It covers the broad areas of all engineering and technical areas of scientific community, and it will be a great platform for transformative innovations starting from artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, IoT, sensor, assistive technology, semiconductors, materials as principals are mentioned, batteries, electrical vehicles, automotive vehicles, automobiles industry, industry 4.0, all other aspects, agriculture, horticulture, medicinal plant inventory, drug discovery, assistive technology, tribology, all kind of cutting edge areas can comes under, well connected with this title. I am very happy to see that your conference is well related to, well connected with the sustainable development goals. I have seen the big poster before the conference. Most of the conferences and most of the research is now, very few conferences or very few research papers I can see are connecting with the sustainable development goals. If you connect your research with the any one of the sustainable development goals, the possibility of getting grants, if you submit the proposals, the possibility of getting the publications will become more. It is really, I can see the quality of the conference. I can see you are truly doing a good job, ma'am, by organizing this great conference, 16 series, and to the connecting with the advanced and cutting edge research areas and the sustainable development goals. With this, I would like to thank once again for inviting me to interact with you all. Thank you once again. Thank you one and all.
Thank you once again, Dr. Raju sir. Your words of appreciation and encouragement means a lot to us. We are grateful for all the support extended by all our guests. Thank you once again, sir.
Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. To acknowledge and appreciate the dedicated individuals, I kindly request Dr. S. Arunmuri, Conference Publication Chair, Professor and Head ECE, to deliver the words of gratitude.
Thank you, ma'am. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and fellow enthusiasts, greetings. As we conclude the magnificent 6th International Conference on System Computation, Automation and Networking, I stand here with immense gratitude and happiness to say thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express our thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Takashi Watanabe. I was just searching what is the meaning of his words, and it was very happy to know that Takashi stands for prosperity, and the Watanabe means ferry crossing, people who do ferry crossing. Thanks for traveling a long way and making our day very prosperous. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here, and at this age, traveling is very astonishing for us. So we should learn a lot from you. Thanks for being here, sir. And I would like to express my gratitude to Professor Shyam Sharan Shrestha. Though he is from Nepal, we cannot consider him to be from another country. You are more close to us, sir. Though Shyam Sharan is Lord Krishna's name. And thanks for being here, sir. And I'm very happy to have people from natural science here. So now I could see, as I was, reviewing the papers, lot of research are coming in the science domain also. So, but the problem is we have never been to a science institute and we are not aware of what is going on there. And thanks for your words, sir. We got an idea that we should take part in your kind of conferences also. We will do it, sir. Thank you. And I would like to thank Professor Raju Aldela, and in talking about the sustainable goals. Sure, sir, your words will be taken, and we will move on towards the sustainable goals also. Thank you, sir. And it's my immense pleasure to thank our management, Sri M. Dhanasegaran, our chairman and managing director, who has been in the support, though he is in his absence. So we should thank him. And I should also express my gratitude to Dr. K. Narayanasamy, our secretary, and Treasurer D. Rajarajan, and Sri Velayadam, our joint secretary. At this outset, I would like to thank our principal, who has been the backbone for our conference and who has been driving us in many ways. so that this conference is a grand success. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. Valli, the chair of this conference, who has been trying a lot to get this conference at this short juncture. So our conference was accepted only in October, and I should also thank all the participants. This year, within 25 days, we received more than 600 papers. I first closed the conference, then out of many requests, I once again opened the conference, and the response was overwhelming. So I stopped at about 800 and odd, and we could not accept all the papers. And I should thank the Madras section also for accepting our conference in a very short duration. At this outset, I thank the organizing committee, all the HODs, all the faculty members who supported us in conducting this conference. Thank you all. Thank you, students, for being patient. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. The inaugural ceremony comes to an end now. Once again, a big round of applause to Dr. Takashi Watnabe, Dr. Shyam Sharan Shrestha, Dr. Raju Adella, Dr. Selvakumar Pani sir, for all the support on making this Icscan 24 a great success. Thank you all for being an integral part of Icscan 2024. The students are requested to stay calm here. The students are requested to stay here. For the external participants, there are important announcements. Students, volunteers are available at the outside of auditorium to guide to the venue places. The participants are requested to go to your respective venue places, confirm your presence with the session in charge, and can proceed with your presentation. The participants can also collect conference kits along with the snacks and water bottles in their respective venue locations. The lunch is arranged at here, and if you have any queries, we will be here to clarify.
Session coordinators, kindly take your participants and the juries with you.